You come back here, Jeffrey. I haven't finished with you.
Yes, you have. And I want to tell you something. From now on, I choose my own friends. I make my own decisions. And as for this nursery, you know what you can do with it.
Hello?
Erica Davidson here, Vera. I assume you've read this morning's paper.
Yes, I have. Is what true, Mrs. Davidson?
That you are friendly with this man, Lucas.
Yes, I am.
You surprise me with your choice of friends, Vera. He's been arrested. You know the rules on that.
Yes, I do. But I thought a man was innocent until proved guilty. Or doesn't it apply in this case? I really don't think there's anything further to discuss, Mrs. Davidson. You asked me, and I told you. George Lucas is a friend of mine, and I don't think it's any business of yours or anyone else's what I do or whom I see in my off-duty hours.
I'm afraid I can't quite agree with that, Miss Bennett. As I said, I don't wish to discuss this further on the phone. Please be in my office at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Before or after I sign on for duty, Mrs. Davidson?
Before, Miss Bennett. Goodbye.
Hello, Mr. Butterfield. Lovely day.
For some. What can I do for you?
A statement.
What's that for?
I'm hoping you'll sign it.
What's it about?
It just states that Lynn Warner's work and behavior had nothing to do with her being sacked, that's all.
Just didn't work out. Sorry about that. I'll sign it.
Thank you.
She's a pretty girl, but just too attractive, you know. Nothing wrong with her work, mind you. Very good, in fact. Could do with a few more like her. Well, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Just doesn't help the business, you know, if people find out that sort of thing.
There's no need to explain or apologize, Mr. Butterfield. I could have told you from the start this would have happened.
You having me on?
No. I only went along with it because Ted Warner suggested it. I wanted to prove to him that I knew my job better than he does. It's all in a day's work.
Ted was only trying to help.
I agree. But sometimes friends are more trouble than they work.
You trying to tell me in a roundabout way that I was wrong for taking her on at the start and then sacking her because of, well, you know.
Your son? No. No, not at all.
But surely a man's not wrong for wanting the best for his son. See him get on, have all the things he didn't have. And one day have a wife and kids he'll be proud of.
Of course not. So long as what you want for him is what he wants too. Still, Jeff will be all right. He'll be back at uni in no time and forget about Lynn altogether. After all, holiday romances never last, do they? But I'm sure you know that. Well, I must be going. Thanks for this.
It's okay. See ya.
Jean Vernon here. Noni, how are you? You've what? You lucky so-and-so. But you're going? Oh, I don't know. How long would you be away for? 6 weeks. Well, why don't I come over sometime we could talk about it? Well, tonight, if you like. Great. I'll see you then. Bye. Well, Lynn, have you thought about another job?
All morning, but I still haven't found one.
Why don't you rethink those 2 factory jobs I originally lined up for you?
Isn't there anything else?
To be honest, I really haven't had much time to think about it. But I'll call around this afternoon. Maybe we'll come up with something. Hello. Mr. Butterfield? No, not yet. Are you sure about this? Well, she's here with me now. I'll ask her if you like. Mr. Butterfield was wondering if you'd like your job back. I'm sure Lynn would love to come back, Mr. Butterfield. Thank you for calling.
Well, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. These things sometimes take a little longer than we planned. Please, won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Right. Now, what can I do for you? What is this?
There's $3,000. I want you to use it as bail for George Lucas.
George Lucas.
Yes.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Very sure. Please, Mr. Wilson, will you do it?
Let's not just rush into things, hmm? Surely one of his associates will come up with the bail money.
Well, he told me if he was ever arrested that he'd be on his own.
Miss Bennett, have you really thought about the consequences if you go ahead with this?
Yes, I have.
Now, what if George Lucas is found guilty? You'll be in a rather nasty situation with your department.
Well, I'll think about that afterwards, but he won't be.
All right. Just so long as you know what's involved.
Yes, I do.
Now, if you go to the hearing and you're nominated as payer for the surety, then Lucas will be assigned to you under the conditions of the bail.
I'm aware of that.
Well, you were either very brave or very foolish.
Will you do it?
I'll have to check the time of the hearing.
I've checked it. It's in about an hour and a half.
Then what are we waiting for?
It's taking a long time, Mum.
She'll be here soon.
You don't think she'll do anything stupid?
B, Judith Ann isn't stupid.
I don't know, she got a bun in the oven, didn't she? If you don't call that stupid,
B,
what do you-
don't talk like that. You know what I mean.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mum. Take no notice of me. I'm just itching to get out of here, that's all.
Can you trust this friend of yours?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what if she doesn't want to help? What if she tells the police?
Belle's an ex-con. She hates the cops worse than I do. Got no worries there.
Well, I hope you're right.
Oh, I'm right. She knows better than to cross me.
When you've got everything, where will you go?
I'm right. I told Val in the letter I'll be staying a couple of days with her.
Well, I only hope she's the friend you think she is.
She better be.
Good day, miss. Can I help you?
Yes, I want to see Mrs. Richardson, please. I've got a letter for her from a friend of hers.
Mrs. Richardson's not here. She sold me the shop a couple of months ago.
Would you know where she lives?
I wouldn't know. I believe she moved to Sydney.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Here. Have another nail in your coffin.
What do you want?
Oh, don't be like that, Martha. Thought we was mates.
Yeah, we are. So what do you want?
I think that Monica Ferguson's getting too big for her boots.
Oh, yeah? You're not doing too bad yourself since B. Smith left.
Well, somebody's got to be in charge.
And you think it ought to be you?
With a bit of help from you two.
Can't do it on your own, eh?
Just need a bit of help, that's all.
Go fight your own battles.
Make it worth your while.
Oh, yeah? What are you offering?
2 packets of fags. Each.
Tell you what, make it 3 and you got a deal.
You're on.
I think you ought to sit down, relax, and have a bite to eat, Lee.
I couldn't eat a thing, Mum.
Well, at least have a cup of tea.
What?
Well, it might get you to sit down, then I can stop worrying about you.
Oh, all right. Give us a cuppa. Well, about time. There you are, Mum. I told you Val would come through.
It's a couple of dollars change.
Oh, thanks, love. You're beaut. But old Val was surprised to see you. I won't be a minute.
Thank goodness that's over. Oh, hey. Well, say something.
Well, you look so different, Bea.
Well, that was the general idea. Not what I'd choose myself, but it'll do the trick. Old Val certainly knows how to choose a disguise. Nothing to say, Judy?
It's all right.
Oh, come on. It's better than all right. Bea? Yes, Mum, I'll be off.
Are you sure you're doing the right thing?
Nothing else I can do.
Well, you could give yourself up.
No way. I'm going to enjoy this. Look, I'll be all right. Don't worry.
Are you sure?
Oh, the stitches give